All right, testing, testing. Let's see if I'm on. All right, testing, testing. Let's see if I'm on. Okay, that seems to be working. Forgot to plug in my good mic. I'll do that right now. Hopefully it won't mess with the sound. There. And here. Hello? Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now? All right, that sounds much better. Okay, so now that all that bookkeeping's or housekeeping's out of the way, welcome everybody to this stream. I am back again to bring us all to return us to Zanzer's dungeon. And tonight we are starting the yellow set of dragon cards. So the set that'll teach us about magic. We only have 3 sets left. So after that, that should be the entirety of Zanzer's dungeon. Okay, and to plug in some products. Oh, give me a second here. Things aren't going quite how I thought they would go. Oh, good grief. Looks like I'll have to promote these like one at a time. Okay, so. Alright, let's. Yeah, I guess I'll have to promote these one at a time. So, tonight I'm using the basic edition of Dungeons and Dragons from the White Box set. The closest thing you can get to getting a newer copy of it is through the classic Dungeons and Dragons game on Drive-Thru RPG our DM's Guild, which I shall link right now in the chat. So there. I, however, am using a retro clone of this game called First 5 Fantasy. I'm actually using them both, but yeah. So here's a link to both the physical, I guess just the physical copy, and I'll quickly throw on a link for the digital copy with an option for print on demand. Yeah, so that's what I'm using. And for further level up past level 5 for either version of the game, there's the D&D Rules Cyclopedia there. I don't have it yet, but that's something if you want to upgrade one day. And last but certainly not least, the game I'll be playing for my next solo RPG playthrough is Shadow Dark. I have one character rolled up for it. I'll need to roll up more if it's as lethal as it's supposed to be. But yeah, that's all the stuff I'm promoting here. Okay, I think that's enough promotion for now. We can promote all that stuff again later. For now, it is time to address why I'm zoomed in on these two from the start. Well, for those of you who were there when I first started this game, I noticed there wasn't a game piece for the Kobold. So I used the Kobold game piece that came in Tabletop Simulator. Since then, I've been looking at other black box sets, which further black box sets for Dungeons and Dragons were essentially module collections complete with a fold-out board and punch-out game pieces. And one of them just so happened to be a kobold. Oh. we are going to fix an error right this second. And there we have it, the kobold. Now just need to change the name. Kobold. There. We have a kobold now. And we can get rid of this one. Move him right here. Make a quick clone of that. And move him off to the side. I don't think we'll be seeing any more kobolds in this adventure, but just in case. There he is. So, now we have a kobold piece to match all the other pieces. It is nice to be able to fix errors in the system as it is. Not the game system, but just the system that is what we're doing. Well, that's enough rambling and fixing game pieces. The time has come for the next Dragon Card Z. Alright. The next one is about what is a saving throw. Yeah, so we're going to be learning about saving throws tonight. Alright. It starts saying, lay the map, which we have, facing up. Place your character counters in the hall corner. Okay. Hall corner it is. This is the farthest to... Actually, not quite. Okay. Place Axel's counter next to it. Assemble 2 more orc counters so that you have a total of 4. Okay, 4 orcs. We have 3 here. Just put them here for now. To quickly make a duplicate. Yeah, the dice can stay. I'll just gather the d20s for now. There. That should do it. Okay. It's not... Yes, we do have orc keys on our sheets. So that is something we took care of last time. Alright, now to continue on. Last time on Dragon Card Z, after rummaging through the equipment in room 4, we moved from 5, 6, and then 7, which is a hallway, and 8. Oh, the type here thing. I'll ignore it for now since it doesn't seem to be a problem. But anyway, after getting through that, we fought some more orcs. Maybe some goblins. I went down for the count, and it was up to Axel to save Roxas Dragonov's life. Which he did. Which brings us to where we are at now. So, now that we are caught up, let us begin. The next Dragon Card Z, the Gauntlet. Seeing as how there's a long stretch of hallway dubbed Room 9, I'm guessing that's the Gauntlet. Okay. The orcs point at a door at the far end of the hallway. That's the way out, they say. All you have to do is go through that door and you're free. I'm guessing the orcs are here, 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 and here. Why should they help us, you ask at? Anyway, before that. Okay. Why should they help us, you ask Axel? I think they're lying. Maybe, Axel responds, but it doesn't matter. We don't have any choice except to do what they want. He points in the direction from which you just came. 2 more orcs are running up that hallway. Place the other 2 orc counters next to the ones behind Axel. Oh, I guess they're supposed to be over here. Okay, so there and there. Then move your counter and axe counter 2 squares down the hallway. Then continue to section 3. Huh. Okay then. Oh, did I skip something? I think I did. If your character record sheets indicates that you have an orc key, set the 4 orc counters aside. Begin the read along section below with section 2. Oh! Because we have the orc keys, we can skip that part. Should have read it more thoroughly. My mistake. Okay, section 2 then. You point out a door at the far end of the hallway, then lift your key. Maybe this key fits that door, you say. We'd better find out soon, Axel answers, looking back down the hallway. There are 4 more orcs behind this way. Okay. Things are making more sense. So I guess you gotta place us here then. Place the 4 count. Alright, section 3. So regardless, we're going to section 3. You and Axel start down the hallway. I have a bad feeling about this, Axel says. If your character is a thief, continue with section 4. If your character is not a thief, continue with section 5. Well, we made an elf, not a thief. So, it's gonna bite us in the butt. Alright. Let's run, you say. Continue with section 6. You step on a stone, then feel it give way beneath your foot. Beneath our foot, huh? You've stepped onto a pit trap. You must roll a successful saving throw against Dragon's Breath to succeed. Okay, now it's time to bring out the character sheet. Okay. Find the number listed next to Dragon's Breath on your character sheet. Roll 1d20. Okay, there it is. Roll 1d20. If your result is equal to or higher than the number, the save succeeds, and you manage to keep from falling into the trap. If the result is less than the number, you fall into the pit. Note that even though you are saving against Dragon's Breath, you are not fighting a dragon. You are simply rolling a saving throw in the Dragon Breath category, because you're trying to avoid something by twisting away from it. If you roll successfully, continue with section 7. If you fail the saving throw, continue with section 8. Okay, so this will determine the next course of action for the dragon card. So, we're going to need to roll higher than a 15. Okay. Dice, don't fail me now. First die roll of the night. And of course it failed me. Okay. Section 7 it is. No, section 8 it is. You plunge into a deep dark pit. When you finally reach the bottom, you land on 2 slimy stakes. They cause a total of 2d4 points of damage. Yikes. This has the potential of, doing some unpleasant things to me. Hey, Hollow You Bell, nice to see you here. I just fell down a pit, and now we're gonna find out just how much damage it deals. So, need 2 of these. make it bluer. Okay. Please roll snake eyes. And toss. Oh, that could have been a lot worse. Let's subtract that from my character sheet. 5. So I'm down to 2. Well, that stinks. If you survive the fall, record the damage you suffered and continue with section 7. If you die in the pit, roll up a new character to use in the next Dragon Card's adventure. If you don't remember how, return to the blue dragon card. What-oh. We're finally into a part of the dragon cards where it's actually taking character death into account. Up until now, we've been getting a slew of health potions to keep us alive. But this is the first time it addresses the real possibility of death as far as I've been able to tell. So, maybe between this session and the next one, I'll roll up some more characters to just in case something unpleasant happens. Hopefully nothing even more unpleasant happens tonight. Alright. Since I survived, let's go to section 7. That was close, Axel says. I'm guessing he pulled me out. Axel continued on the next Dragon Card Z. So, we learned about saving throws. I had to roll a saving throw for Dragon's Breath. I dealt with no dragons, but because it involved physically getting out of the way of something, it counted. So, saving throws don't account for everything. You just have to use your best judgment between you and the dungeon master which saving throw comes the closest to applying to your situation. So, with that in mind, next dragon card. I'll put these over here. A Stickly Dilemma. Okay. Excuse me. Dragon's side facing up. Place Axel's counter in the hallway down the corridor of room 9. Already done that. If you had to create a new character for the end of the last adventure, place your counter near the orcs and begin with section 1. If you did not create a new character, place your counter just ahead of Axel's and begin this adventure with section 2. I'm curious what would have happened if we had to roll up a new character. So we're just going to quickly go over section 1 just to see what it would have been like. And then we'll do section 2 for real. So let's go through a small what if scenario first. Section 1. You awake in a jail cell with a nasty lump on your head and a terrible headache. You have no memory of how you ended up here. 2 ugly orcs open the cell without a word. They take you through some rooms, then down to the corridor of a long hallway. One of them points at a brutish man kneeling at the edge of a pit. Axel, says one orc. If you and him reach the door at the end of the hall, you're free. You run down the hallway, then edge around the pit to join Axel. On your character sheet, note that you do not have any armor or weapons. Place your counter in the space next to Axel's counter, then continue with section 2. These orcs are uncharacteristically generous in this. Must be a bit more of that hilarious railroading these cards tend to be. But that was the small little what if section. Now let's continue on with the actual canon route since I survived. What now? Axel asks. The orcs begin laughing. Then they fire a couple of crossbow bolts to urge you forward. Okay, so they're not so nice. They're just trying to make sport of us. You turn toward the door at the far end of the hallway. Run, you say. Or I say run, so run! You've gone a few feet when you see two spider webs growing along the walls. Make a saving throw against spells. Okay. Against spells, huh? I guess spider webs are close to spell casting. Okay. Alright. So, hopefully I can get this one. And toss. Okay. Let's see what happens. Because this is a magical effect, modify the saving throw by any adjustments listed next to your wisdom score. Yeah, it just makes it worse. Also, this is teaching you about how to subtract and add to your saving throw. All right. I'm pretty sure I factored that in when I added them initially. If your result is equal to or greater, section 3. If your result is less than the number, you fail the saving throw, continue with section 4. All right then. As you stare in amazement at the spider webs growing along the walls, a huge web springs into existence right in front of you. You cannot stop in time to avoid it. Axel crashes right into it right behind you. You soon find yourselves entangled in a sticky mess. The orcs laugh harder. They start loading their crossbows for target practice. Get that torch, Axel says, trying to motion to a torch hanging in one of the wall sconces. Fire will destroy the web, and burn us too, you say. Want to be a pincushion? Axel said. Axel growls, struggling in vain in the sticky web. If you grab the torch and burn the web, continue with section 5. If you don't burn the web, continue with section 6. Yeah, I'm gonna say, between my chaotic alignment and our sticky, no pun intended, situation, I think I'll try burning these webs. Alright. So, section 5. You grab the torch and set fire to the web. It burns within 2 rounds. Unfortunately, both you and Axel suffer 1d4 points of damage. Oh boy. Let's get this over with. And toss. Well, I'm down again. Let's see what the cards say about that. If you survive, continue to the next dragon card. If you perish, create a new character. Well, everyone, after 4 sessions, or 3 sessions and the start of 1, the tale of Roxas Dragonov, level 1 elf, has come to an end. This is a sad day for us here on ChanceIchio's YouTube channel. We hardly knew him. He was developing a budding friendship with Axel, and now he has perished. And I must roll a new character. Well, yes, old school D&D is brutal. And as I was mentioning earlier, the dragon cards have finally acknowledged character death as a real possibility. Because before then, they just kept giving us potion, or if we died, not that we ever died before now, but if we had died, it would have sent us back to the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. But now, their death is a part of this now. So, What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of Roxas's stats. And then I'm going to put them on his token. Then I'll start up a new character. Okay, so right there. There. Is that the whole thing, or did it just copy some of it? Looks like it only copied some of it. Yeah. So, for now, what I'm going to do is just do this. Actually, no, that's overdoing it. I'll do that. And this. Then copy and paste. And then modify that into the new character. Alright. Now, for the painful process of making a new character. Actually, as painful as this just so happens to be a part of the section where it tells us about the magic user class. So it's almost as if the death was hoped for so we could roll up a magic user. This would indeed be something, because the next dragon card, the instructional side, is what is a magic user? So, if it wants us to have a magic user, we're going to attempt to roll a magic user. Alright then. Just remember, game, just remember, game, you pushed us into this situation. Oh yes, indeed, it is cruel. I don't know for sure if I ever meet the author of this edition of the game. I'm definitely gonna have to ask him about it. Okay then, let's see if the stats I have are good for it. Wow. If he's gonna be a magic user, he's gonna have a very good strength. Okay, first off, oh, something else we could do is come up with a new name for this guy. A new name. So that's something. Oh, I was just asking about names you guys could come up with, so fire away with your suggestion while I put in the stats. So that is a 16. So 16 for strength. Let's see if the stats I roll are good enough for a magic user. 14. Erebus, huh? Well, regardless, I will go with that name. Yes. Erebus. Okay, and as for the dexterity, 14. So far, this new character's survivability is going to be much greater. I agree, it does sound like a good name. Now, Constitution. What am I getting for Constitution? Roll. Not bad. There we go. And now for the important one. Ah, a High Chaplain. Okay. Come on, intelligence, don't fail me now. Toss. Nice! After the rolls I got with Roxas Dragunov, that they seem to be like, let's not make him suffer this next character around. Okay, wisdom. What am I getting for wisdom? So far, I have not gotten any negative stats. Right? Last chance for a negative stat. Let's not get one. And toss. $10. I'll take it. Erebus Songborn. I like that. Erebus Songborn. Right. That is the stats for this. Okay. Now, what else do I need for this? Let's see what the dragon card says. Already got the stuff. Prime requisites is intelligence of 13 or more. Definitely got that by 1 point, but still. If you wish to become a magic user, you may increase your intelligence score by 1 point for every 2 points. That won't be necessary. Okay, magic user. Yeah, definitely between this session and the next, I'm rolling up some more backup characters so we don't have to do this on stream. I'll leave their names blank so you people can help name them. I'm gonna say this guy is 18. He will be neutral. No, that alignment system doesn't exist in this game. It's either lawful, neutral, or chaotic. Well, if y'all like it, Senior Dark Apostle. Well, I guess... Well, he has a chance to go chaotic, so I'll just leave it at neutral. Okay, what next on the character creation? Let's see. Hit points. 4-sided. Alright. Just put these off to the side. Guess I didn't need that extra T6, so I'll just put it back here. And pull up one of these. Right. Better get something good. No modifiers for this. Yes, necromancy is a thing in this game. I just don't know how far you can really go with it when the cap is level 5. I put a link for the rules encyclopedia earlier in the stream for... which is this game past level 5, so it'll probably include higher level necromancy spells. Two. Everything else was going so well. And that... oh boy. Oh boy. Possibly to revive Roxas. If it is possible to revive Roxas, I will do what I can. I may have to purchase the rules cyclopedia, either the rules cyclopedia for that, or not Labyrinth Lord, what's the game? I do have Labyrinth Lord, by the way. Oh yes, Old School Essentials, either the Classic Fantasy Edition or the Advanced Edition. So, though I probably could use Advanced Labyrinth Lord as well, which I do have, but that's still a ways off in the future. I will keep it in mind, though, as a possibility for bringing him back. Oh yes, that is right. I have the PDFs for Old School Essentials. Thank you for reminding me about that. So I do have what I need to go past level 5. Okay. So, anyway, hit points. We have been suffered a great disappointment in the hit points department. Now, where on this character sheet was I keeping the hit points? Or did I accidentally, looks like I accidentally, got rid of the hit points. Well, that's okay. I'll just put them here. HP 2 2 2. Oh boy. Oh boy. I was rolling so well until we got the hit points. Right, armor class. I have an armor class of 9. So now I am easier to hit. Descending armor class, so that means higher armor class is worse. Not only will I be taken out by being smacked with a tissue paper, that said tissue paper will have an easier time hitting me. Okay. I do not have a shield. I can just consult the Game Master screen if I need to know the target number for armor class. Saving throws. Okay, those are different. Okay, so first off, saving throws for death. Or this one is now 14, so that's... Is it 14? No, it's 13. Still worse, but not as worst as it was before. And then 14 for that one. That one stays the same. Now it goes to 16 and spell stays the same. Okay. Alignment, we took care of that already. Special skills. Spells. Sleep. Ooh, I know the sleep spell. So that, I'm not starting off with no spells. Okay then. Okay, so I'll just do spells as its own separate category. Spells. Level 1. Sleep. Okay then. I may cast the sleep spell once per adventure. Oh, yeah, already anticipating his death, huh? I guess that's not unwise. I'll look up the sleep spell when it's time for, when I'm thinking about casting it. You may not use two. Languages. I know Common, the name of the alignment I've chosen, and if my intelligence, if I have a high enough intelligence modifier, then I can speak an extra language. Okay, so to keep things simple, okay, so I know Common, and I know, gonna assume I know Elf because elves know. Well, let's hope he is a survivor. Okay, so I know the neutral language. Yes, alignments have their own language in this game. Neutral. And I'm gonna And I'm gonna make my I'm gonna assume my mod. Yeah, let's do the modifiers now, because that's coming into play with character creation. Okay, so strength mod is... I can at least punch hard. So, my strength is +1. No, +2 strength. Plus... Yeah, 14 +1. Oh, that'll affect my AC. Better. Won't go down so easily. So, yeah, intelligence, that is... Yes, a +1. And, yeah, that's it for my mods. Alright. So, I know 4 languages. Actually, yeah, I know 4. Common, Elf, Orc, and Neutral. Yeah. Let's, erase my items. Actually, let's not erase them until the next dragon card, just to be sure. So I'm pretty sure I don't have a sword or a short bow. Alright. Now that we've gotten through that dragon card, the magic user, we could go through to the next dragon card that actually has story. So, let's see, the instructional sides is who else casts magic spells? So, clerics cast spells, elves also cast spells. Poor Roxas survived to learn spells. Okay. The next dragon card, Z. Big Trouble. If your character is not an elf or magic user and he survived a sticky dilemma on the previous dragon card, do not play this adventure. Instead, continue with Zanzer comes to play on dragon card 29. So this dragon card we're doing is exclusive to elves and magic users. So, regardless of my survivability, we would have done this one next. One second, real quick. I'm just gonna mute the mic for a second or two. Alright, I'm back. Little heads up. I am feeling much better from my illness, but I'm still blowing my nose here and there. So if I mute the mic, that's why I'm muting it. Alright, so anyway, back to the dragon card. Otherwise, lay the map on the table. We got that's done. Place 4 orc counters in the hallway corner. Okay, move this. There. Easy. Place axles next to yours. Okay, if you created a new character in the last read-along adventure, begin with section 1. If you're using the same character as the last adventure, begin with section 2. Okay, now for another what-if scenario. If Roxas has lived, had lived, this is what would have happened. We're in trouble, Axel's eyes says, eyeing the bugbears. Is there anything you can do? If you're an elf, write spells. Yeah. If you're a magic user. Okay, so not much. It was just telling me what to do if I were an elf in this situation. So now for the canon section of this dragon card. The last thing you remember doing is walking through an alley. Something struck your head, and then everything went black. You've just awakened to find two bugbears carrying you down a hallway. Where are you? Alright, time to bring in some bugbears. Do I have some already? I do not. No, wait a minute. No, that's null. I do not have any bugbears. So I'll just copy an orc and turn this orc into a bugbear. Bugbear. Yeah, I'll worry about the numbering later. Bugbear. Ah, bugbear. Right. Bugbear. There. Make 2 more copies. And I'll just place the 3rd copy off to the side. Ah, guess you don't like bugbears. Well, they give people good reason not to like them. So, where was I on this? Oh, yes. Where are you? A few feet away lies a dead man, tangled in the remnants of a burned spider web. A man holding a torch stands over the dead man. At the other end of the hall are 4 orcs. What's going on? Roar. What's going on? Roar the bugbears, dropping you. Puh! Seizing the chance to escape, you jump to your feet and run down the hallway to the man with the torch. You know that it will be easier to fight the 4 orcs he faces than the 2 bugbears who had you. The man turns to you. My name's Axel. Continue with section 2. So regardless, we would have gone to section 2. So I really didn't need to read that one ahead of time. Just place these bugbears here for now. Alright, we're in trouble, Axel says, eyeing the bugbears. Is there anything you can do? If I'm an elf, write those spells. If I'm a magic user, I should already have a sleep spell and continue with section 4. If I'm neither, continue with section 9. Well, I am a magic user, so section 4. Yep, indeed. That is the case. Oh! I just remembered. Because I am not Roxas anymore, I need to create another game piece. I'll just put him off to the side here. I know what I'm going to do with him. I'm going to create this. The Bowl of Death. Bowl of Death. We shall put the game pieces of all the characters who have died up to this point here. Starting with Roxas. Now we shall turn this second axle into Erebus. Erebus Songborn. And now, since he's a magic user, you're going to use the magic user game piece. Or spellcaster, as I called it. I'll have to fix that later. So I'm going to put Erebus right there. So that's Erebus and Axel. Okay, so magic user, section 4. You cast Sleep on the Bugbears. Oh, didn't even give me a choice about casting that. I'm just casting it. The Bugbears don't realize you're casting a spell, so they don't fight. Victims of sleep spells don't get saving throws. So roll 2d8s divided by 3 and round down to see how many you put to sleep. If the result is 2, continue with section 5. If the result is 3 to 5, continue with section 7. If the result is 6 or higher, continue with section 8. Okay, this is going to require some genuine wizardry on my part. Yes, I definitely could use Stable Diffusion for this. Okay, d8s. Yeah, for the time being, I'm just using the game pieces that came with the original Black Box set. But in future games, I will definitely consider using some art. In fact, I used Stable Diffusion the other day to make some spellcasters. Witches, to be more specific, and I could use that for a game in the future. So, we'll just see. But for now, time to cast this sleep spell. 2d8s. 2d8s. Divided by 3 and rounded... by 3 and rounded down. Okay. I don't know if I can do the math for that, but for now, let's just roll with it. Okay, divided by 3. How would I divide that by 3? Well, I think that is a 12. So, let's use the calculator. I don't know how to use a calculator for division, so 12. So, which is the division one? Oh, thank you. So, 4. Thank you for that. But for future reference, which of these symbols on the calculator is the division button? Is it this one here? You could just put the symbol in the chat. Okay. So, because the result... dot, line, dot. Okay, dot, line, dot. Oh, I see it. Alright. I'll remember that next time. Alright. Got it. Okay, so that was, we got a result of 4. So because there was a result of 3 to 5, which is between those numbers, we go to section 7. Each bugbear has 3 hit dice, so you need to roll at least 6 to put both of them to sleep. Instead, you roll only high enough to put one of them to sleep. Excuse me. The other cries, "Magic! I hate magic!" and flees. Continue on to the next dragon card, Z. So those one bugbear is asleep, and the other are just gone. He's like out of here. So, the bugbears are not a concern. Yeah, I'll take a quick drink. Then I'll go on to the next dragon card. I think I'm organizing these dragon cards all wrong. So give me a second to fix that real... Actually, no, I'm not. I'm doing it right. Okay, so I'll bring this dragon card, which is how do I add magic into the combat sequence. Alright, so the next one is about combat magic. Last time it was just teaching us magic. Now it's teaching us about how to use it in actual combat. Alright. Zanzer comes to play. Oh! The man himself, the man behind all our woes, has decided to come and see us. So, let's make his card. Zanzer Tim. NPCs. Upload. There he is, everyone. The man responsible for all this nonsense. He is here. But where here, we are going to find out right now. Okay, so lay the map sheet on the table with the Zanzer. Place the 4 orc counters in the hallway corner. They're still there. Place your counter and Axel's between... Okay. Place your counter and Axel's counter halfway down the hall. Okay, so we're not all the way there. We're over here. I'm going to say I'm over here since I came in to join them. Assemble Zanzer Tim's fold-up counter and place it next to room 10. Okay. This is a dire situation, and I've only got 2 hit points. So let's see how I survive this. A black-haired wizard with an evil grin steps into the hall. "Zanzer Tim," says Axel. "In the flesh," sneers the wizard. "Now that I know you have no spells, I'm here to punish your escape. Before I finish, you'll beg to slave in my salt mines. You have no choice except to fight. If there are no weapons listed on your character sheet, you may take a torch from a wall sconce to use as a melee weapon." Alright, we're adding a torch. Torch. 1d... It's a d6, right? One d6, yes. And seeing as how I have some strength, I'll put 2 on there. I'm a tough wizard, physically. There are also many stones on the floor that you can throw as missile weapons. Oh, stones, huh? So, I shall add stones. Stones. Stones are 1d4. I do have charisma, a dexterity bonus, so there. And I've got a good arm, too. And not just for spell casting or punching. You don't need to roll for surprise. Use the combat sequence to resolve the combat. Okay. Oh boy. Zanzer knows Phantasmal Force, Charm Person, and Magic Missile. So, he only uses certain spells in certain rounds, from the looks of it. So, each side rolls the d6. Okay, so, time for that. My side, their side. Toss. 1. Well, I guess hitting the game piece was worth the 1. 5. These here. What's going on? Okay. There we go. And since Axel's on my side. There. Okay. The side wins. So, those who are moving do so. Zanzer does not move. Characters using missile fire attack. Alright, those confounded orcs. They do have crossbows, so they're going to use their ranged attacks. Thankfully, I have their stats written down ahead of time. Not for this, I just realized that this simplified stuff I was doing just on my own time could easily be used for the game. So, that's what I'm going to use. So, got some work stats here. I'll nerf them because learning, and they were pretty nerfed as is. But, for now, that's how it is. Okay, so, let's see. Time for the orcs to take a shot at me. Gonna say only one can take a shot because he's, only one can get right within shooting distance. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'll look. Toss. Did that hit? Did it? Okay. Good. Check the thing. If this weren't descending, it wouldn't be as much of a concern. Oh, wait. Oh, right, I have the GM screen up. Let's take a look at that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay, let's see. Monsters. That was 8. So, yeah, I'm gonna say he didn't get me, if I'm understanding this right. Okay, so he did not get me. Thank goodness. Okay, now. Looks like Zanzer isn't doing anything this turn. Oh, if Zanzer takes any damage... Okay, yeah, he's just not doing anything this round. I guess he's watching for the time being. Okay. Now, it's Axel. It's mine and Axel's turn, so I shall have him go. I'm gonna throw rock at the orc. I have no spells, so this is the best I can do. And go. No. No. I'm gonna say I trip. Boom. I trip over the rocks on the floor. Now it's Axel's turn. He's gonna use his crossbow on Zanzer. And toss. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay. I need to put something right here so dice don't fall off the edge. But for now, I'll just go with that. Okay, let's check the screen. Okay. Axel is a fighter, so... Okay, so... 6. Nope, that's... It swooshes past Zanzer. So that was both our turns. Now it's their turn again. Okay. Toss. Oh, so the orcs miss me. Does Zanzer do something this time? All right. Okay, so each round Zanzer casts one of the spells. So his first spell he's going to cast is Phantasmal Force. And that takes us to section 3. So, save versus spells for your character. Axel failed his saving throw. Oh, does it just automatically say he failed his saving throw? Alright, so I'm going to... So I need to make a saving throw versus spells. Okay. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. And toss. No. Oh boy. I fail, so... If you fail, a deep pit opens between you and Zanzer. You can only use missile combat for now. Return to section 2. So, Phantasmal Force is stopping my ability for melee combat at the moment. Or at least against him. So we can only throw and shoot stuff at Zanzer at the moment. Alright, but it's our turn now. And I'm gonna try and throw a rock at Zanzer again. Okay, and toss. Much better. I'm pretty sure Zanzer did not dodge that one, so... His AC is 6, so let's see, 6... Yes, I hit Zanzer with a rock. That means D4 plus 1. 4. Not bad at all. If Zanzer takes any damage, see section 6. Alright, after Zanzer gets hit with that rock, Zanzer stares at his wound. I've been injured, he calls. Orcs! Zanzer teleports away the next round. So, Zanzer just took umbrage with that, with suffering an injury and just fled the scene. Well, Guess that's it for Zanzer. He just teleports away. Zanzer teleports. If you injured him before he casts this spell, he moves into room 10 and casts it the round after. Okay, he's in room 10, I guess. If you injured him before he casts this spell. Oh no, he already cast the spell, so that doesn't work. After you realize your only chance for survival is to flee into room 10 and bar the door behind you. And bar the door. As you drop the bar, you notice Zanzer is gone. This adventure continues on the next Dragon Card Z. So we realize there's no winning against that horde of works, so we are now in room 10. And we realize Zanzer is not there either. Zanzer has fled the scene. I'm pretty sure this isn't the last we've seen of him. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing with these cards now. I need a second to organize these cards. Okay, what was that last card? Last card was 28. Okay, I am looking at these cards correctly. Okay. So, next card. Yes, Zanzer the Wimp. How do I add magic into the... Yeah, we already looked at that. Okay, so, next card. How do I use magic items? Ooh. We've still got 14, 19, 23, 26, 25. We have at least... No. 32? We have at least... up to 32 rooms before this... 34. There are 34 rooms in total, and we're up to 10. So we have at least 23 more rooms before we're done with this dungeon. So, we're eventually going to corner Zanzer, and we're going to see to it that he gets what's coming to him. Right, so, how do I use magic items? Next, a new friend. A new friend? Does that mean a new party member? A greater chance for survival? Meat shields, perhaps? Let's find out. Yes, justice for Roxas. We will get our vengeance. Alright, a new friend. Oh, it's time to place a new counter. Okay then. Make another copy of Axel here and modify said copy. We've got a woman in here. The first woman this entire game. Well, if I'd chosen to play woman, then I would have been, but the first NPC woman the entire game. Right. If you had to create a new character during the last adventure, I did not. Yeah, well, sometimes I use Axel, sometimes I use an orc. But for now, it's Axel. Wait, did I lock this? Yes, I did. Okay. I did not need to create a new character, so I don't need to go to section 1. If both the character and I survived, then I go into section 2. Oh! It was possible for Axel to have died last time, because this gives a description of what to do if Axel hadn't survived last time. So we're gonna quickly look at the what if Axel didn't survive route before we proceed on to the he did survive route. So that was section 3. So let's look at this little bit of what if. You rush into the room, then slam the door shut. Quickly you grab the nearest chair and brace it under the doorknob to keep the door from being pushed open. When you turn around, you see a cluttered room full of weapons. So it's just flavor text from the looks of it. Yep, he is a survivor. Let's try and keep him that way. Okay, so we're gonna go on the proper route where he survived. Axel rushes into the room and you follow. Okay, sorry, got a message there. Let's try that again. Axel rushes into the room and you follow and slam the door shut. Quickly, you grab the nearest chair and brace it under the doorknob to prevent the door from being pushed open. When you turn around, you see a cluttered room full of weapons, books, files, rods, and something else. That carved bracelet looks like what you saw in town with a price tag of 350 gold pieces. You slip it into your pocket. Oh. Okay then. I shall add that to my list of stuff. Since we haven't addressed that again, we're going to assume it's still with Axel's body. Okay. Carved. It is carved. Bracelet. Carved bracelet. Wait. Yeah, I missed a letter. Good grief. Bracelet. There. Gonna put the value on it so I know how much I get from it. Yes, we be rich. And in this game, you get experience points for each gold piece. So this old school games really incentivize you to collect treasure over combat. The last thing you recall is drinking a glass of mead with a stranger in the unicorn horn. I don't drink mead, but I drank something. And then everything going black. A pretty female elf lies unconscious in the room. Oh, wait a minute, Wait, I'm reading the wrong thing. That was if I had died. Okay, back to section 2. The only person in the room is a beautiful female elf lying unconscious in one corner. She has a nasty lump on her head. Now both Zanzer and Axel have disappeared. Wait, Axel has disappeared? Continue with section 4. Oh, wait a minute. Am I looking at this right? Yeah, I'm looking at this right. Axel is gone. Is he just in another part of the room or something? What happened to Axel? Man, Axel, where are you? Well, let's continue to section 4 and see what happened. The orcs pound on the door. Oh, time to move the orcs. Yoink. 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 And yoink. So, the orcs pound on the door. They hack at it with their swords. You go to the elf side and shake her. She opens her eyes and looks around the room. She gasps. Now it's time for to try a female impersonation. I don't know how well I can do, but I'll give it my best shot, people. Where am I? She asks. I wish I could answer your question, you say. You introduce yourself. I am Erebus Songborn, a practitioner of the arcane arts, i.e. magic user. Okay, now that I've introduced myself, then you tell her about the orcs in the hall and what you know about how you came to be here. She rises. I think we've been kidnapped to work in the salt mines, she exclaims. How dare Zanzer abduct Adele Kahaki, princess of the elven tribes? When my father hears about this, he will have that fool Zanzer's head on a platter. Well, they are elven tribes, not typical elves, I guess, so I guess their standards are different. Well, Roxas is in the hallway, probably near where it says room 9. So he isn't in this room, and we didn't have a chance to drag his body with us. But otherwise, the question of his corpse would have come up if that were the case. The door shudders as the orcs hurl themselves against it. And the chair you braced under the handle slips a little. You mean if your father hears about this, you correct. We've got to get past those orcs before anybody's going to hear about anything. Nonsense, Adele says. She gestures towards the door and utters some magic words. A hold portal spell should keep the orcs out of our way. Now let's see what we have in this room that might be useful. The adventure continues on the next Dragon Card Z. Notice that we have not filled out a character sheet for Adele. As an NPC, she will not have a character record sheet until we are sure that she will be a major character in our adventure. So the dragon cards are now anticipating that people may not be around long enough to even warrant a character sheet. Things are definitely getting real now. Last dragon card for the yellow section art, the section on magic. Who can use magic items? Okay. Next dragon card. New equipment. Take a drink here. Okay. I may call it for the night after this dragon card. We'll see. New equipment. On the map, we are in room 10. Okay, so we just needed to be in room 10, which we are. Excuse me. Oh, geez, excuse me. Okay. Adele casts a spell, then starts handing things to you. Pile all these magical items together, she says. She gives you a short sword, a mace, leather armor, chainmail, a bow, and arrows, a red potion, an amber potion, 3 scrolls, a ring, a wand, and a staff. You take first choice, she says. Remember, character class restrictions when making your selection. When you select an item listed below, read the corresponding section. Okay then. Time to open up my copy of First 5 Fantasy. Well, I could look at the rule book for the official D&D rule book for Black Box, but I think I'll look at First 5 this time. I have to actually use what I'm advertising after all. Weapons. I actually have to look at my class to see what he can use. Though being a wizard, or magic user, it's probably not much. Okay, restrictions. Can only use daggers as weapons. They cannot wear armor or use shields. Well, I think for now I'll do rules as written on this, because otherwise I would have had a staff as a weapon he's proficient in. Actually, I think he could use a staff for spellcasting purposes, but not as a weapon though. So, I go to a certain section depending on what I pick. Oh, looks like clerics can only use staffs in this game. What about a wand? Okay, I'll pick the wand. So let's add that. I can probably only use it for spell casting though, so wand. So, by picking wand, I go to section 11. You can use this wand only if you are a magic user or elf. If you are either, note that you now have a wand of secret door detection. Ah! So yeah, it's only a spellcasting object, not a combat weapon. Secret door detection. Okay then. Otherwise, Adele takes the wand on a piece of scratch paper. Alright, so she doesn't take the wand. So if I chose anything else, she would have taken the wand. Well, now I wish I had taken something else, but I'm going to roll with this decision. Actually, before that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to roll with that decision. And that is... Actually, no, there's... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that is the last dragon card for the yellow section. I'll do one more... Actually, let's take a look at what we have left. Alright, we have 2 more sections of dragon cards left. We have running encounters and what's next. What's next being the last one. So I think we'll start running encounters and then call it a night there. Unless it's sparse. Then we'll do another one. So let's get her done. Next dragon card, Z. Secret Closet. And this one starts teaching... This card is about what is morale. So we're going to see how morale works in this game. Excuse me. Right, we are in the room. The orcs hack at the door until it starts to splinter. We'd better look for a way out, says Adele. Maybe a secret door. You both start searching the walls. Roll 1d6 for you and Adele. Adele is an elf, so she finds the secret door on a 1 or 2. Unless you're also an elf, you find the secret door only on a result of 1. If neither of you finds a secret door, continue to section 2. If either of you finds it, continue with section 3. Okay, so we'll try to roll to see if we find a secret door. So for me, I can only succeed on a natural 1. Kind of backwards, but at least that one can feel good about something. So roll. Natural 6. The one time I needed the opposite of a natural 6. Alright. 1 or 2 for Adele. Let's see what she gets. And toss. Good. She rolled a 1. Natural 1. So, we're going to section 2. Actually, no, section 3. You find a door behind a wood panel. It leads into room 11. Oh, this is room 11. Well, that explains why there's no door on the map, because it's a secret door. It leads into room 11. Space A. Adele says. Go ahead. Open it. You listen at the door. Roll 1d6 to hear noises. On a result of 1, 1 or 2 if you're a dwarf, elf, or halfling. Continue with section 4. Otherwise, you hear nothing. Continue to section 5. Oh boy. Well, let's see if I get a natural 1. And toss. Yes! Natural 1. Okay. So, that means I go to section in 4. I hear growling, you say, or I say. I hear growling. So what? Adele says. Let's go! On your character record sheet, note that you heard growling in room 11. Continue with section 5. Okay, so I'll just make a note. So I'll just start a new section that says note. I heard a sound in room 11. Yes, it is amusing when the roll is reversed and you actually get what you need. Okay, so section 5. The door doesn't appear to be locked. If you are a thief, continue with section 6. Otherwise, continue with section 8. Oh boy, things are really really branching depending on your class now. So, section 8. You find no traps, so you try to open the door. A needle suddenly pricks your hand. Roll a saving throw against poison. Ooh, poison. Okay. Poison. So I need a 13 or higher. And, come on. Toss. No! Oh boy. Oh boy. If you fail, take 2 points of damage. If you pass, only take 1 point. So either way, wait. No. Oh no. It came back to bite me in the butt. Should your character die, create a new one and continue with the next card. Otherwise, continue with section 9. Okay, I think we are done for tonight. We killed a total of not 1, but 2 characters tonight. All because I didn't roll high enough with the HP roll. That's how things go. But between now and next time, I am going to roll more characters. I'm going to roll a lot more characters. Probably a total of 5 characters. I'll leave them all nameless so you can all name them. Yes, another into the bowl. I'm just gonna copy their stats real quick so I can save them. Okay. Yes, another to the bowl. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yes. When I was rolling HP, it came out at 2, so... Yeah. Yeah, between now and then, I'm gonna roll up some more characters. Yeah, what a way to end the tonight's gaming session. So, next time, I'll bring out the new character. I'll either bring out another character, or you can decide among the characters I make about which one I should play next. And we'll continue next time on the next Dragon Card Z. So, that is that. Next time, we'll start on Dragon Card 33, the second Dragon Card of the Encounter section. Of the Running Encounter section. What if somebody tries to run away? Also known as Cowardly Wolf. We'll see what that's about next time. Okay, so... yeah, that was fun despite the sadness and the pain of loss. So yeah, I shall one more time plug the products I've been plugging. So, first off, First 5 Fantasy Role Playing. I'll link a copy of where to buy physical on Amazon right now. Oh, good grief. Oh, I see what the issue is. And then I'll also now link where you can buy the digital PDF and a print-on-demand copy as well. I personally got the print-on-demand option myself. And if you want to play this adventure yourself and also have the rules that the game needs to play it in, then you can get it here. The classic Dungeons and Dragons game, which is complete with rules from level 1 to 5, and Zanzer's Dungeon. And here's the rules encyclopedia if you want to play the game past level 5. And finally, Shadow Dark, which is the next game I'll be playing after I'm done with Zanzer's Dungeon. And there, we are done for the night. So, once again, I'll have a collection of characters to use next time. and hopefully there'll be less death when that time comes. So, thank you all for watching tonight and for joining me. And I hope we'll be able to do this again next week. And I will see y'all next time. Good night, everybody!